So I'm here, finally in front of a camera, trying to explain my family's problem. Like, oh my God.
Hey guys, Blessing here, and how are you all doing? So finally, Regina Daniels has broken her silence. She has finally summoned enough courage to sit in front of the camera and talk about her private life, which is one thing we know Regina hardly ever does. She said so many things for over 5 minutes, but I'm here to analyze the most important things from everything that she said. She started off by telling us it was 5 a.m. and she has not been able to sleep because her brother has been taken to an unknown location. You guys already know about the arrest situation. Her estranged husband, Ned Nwoko, got her brother arrested, and right now they do not even know where he is. He doesn't have access to legal aid. His mom doesn't know his whereabouts. His family in general doesn't even know how to get to their loved one. The only thing they know is that he was arrested on Ned Nwoko's order and flown off to Abuja from Lagos. So she is here to not only call out the husband, but to let him know where she stands, because it looks like right now she has blocked him everywhere. So I don't even think there is any avenue for private communication between them. I think, and you should expect, that this divorce, this marriage gone wrong saga is about to get dirty. It's going to be messy, and you know social media is here for that. So again, one of the most important things Regina said was that she will fight for her children.
I'm going to fight for my children, Ned. I tried to be calm. I tried to let go, walai, but I'll fight for them. I'll take them. I'll train them. I'll raise them with or without your support. And you know that, my love. Ex-husband.
Okay, this coming from a 24-year-old young lady, I think this is a very strong stance to take. I am not an advocate for broken homes or relationships whereby children are severed from either parent. But when you have a situation like this that almost looks like a hostage situation, in the sense that Ned Nwoko has allegedly said that he would not have Sammy, the brother of Regina Daniels, released if Regina doesn't come home. So more or less, using the brother as a prey, you cannot compel a woman to stay married if she no longer wants to be married to you. And you cannot use anybody. You cannot use her brother to achieve your aim. I think Ned is so used to having his way. Ned strikes me as a narcissist, a self-centered, egoistic man who sees himself also as an Iroko that cannot be falling. It's either his way or the highway. He loves dominance. He's wealthy, he's influential, and that ego is bruised when someone else stands in front of him and tells him, no, you're not going to have your way. This is what I want. He cannot swallow that pill. And that is what is happening here. What even makes it worse is that it's all public. So he's very ashamed that a young girl like Regina Daniels is the one to drag him leg out in the public and bring him down, possibly. But we should not make any mistake about this. Regina is not the one even looking for that social media drama as it stands. Regina already moved out of that house. She already got herself a new place. I think every other thing should have just been settled out of the media. Sammy should have never been arrested in the first place, because his arrest is even bringing more damage to that reputation that Ned is trying to protect than good. Whatever Dami said during that altercation, during that period of unrest, yes, it went viral, but I think everybody would have made peace and come to terms with the fact that these are things that happen in a dispute like this, in a family dispute. Everybody is going to talk. People could have just easily taken it with a pinch of salt, but going this extra step is like introducing a hurricane inside of a mild windstorm. He's trying to do this to still make himself rise above the situation, but this is even going to make his name even more rubbished than it was a couple of weeks ago. And in all of this situation and how things are happening now, it's very clear that Ned has more to lose than Regina Daniels. Ned is the one doing too much now. And I know that even if she loses not as much as Ned is going to lose, one thing she definitely will gain is knowledge that polygamy is not for her. I don't know what she was thinking. But anyway, she has made it clear that she is ready to fight for her children. And I think she should. Whatever issues she's having with Ned should not be a reason for him to snatch the children away from her. And I believe that is what he's trying to do now. He has done it to previous wives. Regina is not going to let that happen to her. If the marriage doesn't work out, doesn't mean she stops being the mother of the children. And in my opinion, I just think it's Ned's way of controlling and punishing these women when they say no to him. And the worst part of all of this is that he is not going to learn. He's just going to move on to the next young wife, either to pepper the former one and send off a message to her that, look, I can even get a younger, prettier one than you. He's just going to continue. He's never going to take out lessons from this because he never wants you to feel like he flawed. So he's going to try to do something else to counter whatever happened in a way of saying, you see, it's not me, but you. So he's just going to continue the pattern. The only people that need to learn are the young girls that are going for him or going with him. Let's listen to the next important point that Regina raised.
My mom. Come on now. And yo, stop saying I got married out of greed. Excuse me. No, we were not broke. Does that make sense? And secondly, how do you guys think? Like, what amount of money can a man give to a mother to get her child that is practically providing everything in the house? That is practically through this child, she trained all her children. Like through this child, like what else? That child was our only source of livelihood. I was a blessing, a gift to my mom. God used me to settle her. And it's my job to make sure she is forever happy. Because she has suffered for us.
In fact, this one that Regina said even makes everything worse for her mother. I mean, Regina is young. She's 24. She might just not deeply understand these things. Like, she's saying, stop insulting my mother. And also trying to convince us at the same time that she didn't go ahead and marry Ned just because of money, that they were doing fine, and that she was the sole provider. She was the only source of livelihood to her mother, meaning she was her mother's natural resource. She was her mother's call center. She was her mother's source of income. She was her mother's ATM. And I agree, people should not insult Regina's mother at all, because insults will not solve the problems of Regina's life right now. What people should continue to do is continue to tell Regina's mother, and I believe that somewhere deep down, she knows how she has led her daughter astray. And they might always want to be in denial. Regina might always want to say, no, it wasn't my mother, it was me. But we know that it was condoned because of Ned's position, name, affluence, and wealth, and the prospect of even the better life he would give them even better than they had when it was just Regina. Now it's more money. So we can all close our eyes and say, oh no, they were doing fine. But money pass money, money get level. So we just cannot deny the fact that Ned Nwoko was a financial addition to that family. So as long as Regina was the source of income for them, Ned was part of the assignment to ensure that the source never runs dry. So it's just a pity that Regina, as young as this lady is, has had to dedicate or sacrifice her life, not just her life, her youth, her pride, and everything that is known to her, just to be able to provide, to be the provider, which is just a very distorted family composition when the girl child has to be the one to carry the weight of the family, when there are also men in the family, but she would have to use her body to put food on the table. And this is what Regina has had to do. And it's now very unfortunate that two young boys, two kids, are in the picture, a product of this marriage that should have never happened in the first place.
And the only reason I am not fighting you, Ned, is because I really want Mon and Khalifa's father's name to be strong, but they can answer mine. They can. You have enough kids to answer your name type shit.
One last thing that I'm going to say before I go is that I commend Regina's strength. Like I said, this girl is young, but she has the strength of a 45-year-old woman. When I hear her speak, I mean, she was playful, she was acting her age, she was acting unserious, but the decisions this girl is making for her life and for her future, she knows what she wants. The way she's handling the matters of her life, the strength that she exudes, the confidence with which she knows that she would not be silenced, and if it required taking it by force, he would not take her rights away from her. That is what I want to commend here. Before I go, young girls out there, that soft life you're watching on Facebook, on Instagram, you do not know what is behind it. That grace you are tapping into, you would have to go to your church and ask your pastor for deliverance, because you don't know the tears these people shed in the dark. Be careful what you wish for. You actually might have a more beautiful and better life than many of these people that you worship online. Go ahead and follow this account. Also share this video. I remain Blessing Onjo, the analyst, and I will catch you all on my next video.